All right, good
And the
morning, good
market is going to
morning.
break out at 8:30 exactly because that's when I jump on conference calls. But not that 9:30. Keep forgetting I'm not in Eastern hours.
All right, I'm getting my ES and MES contracts up. Guys, we will be trading ES today, like always. The range I'm looking at right now, guys, is 44.50, right? 44.50 to probably 44.23. So we do have a fat range to play with today, and that's awesome. We want that. All right, let's see, let's see. Let's try to find some supply and demand zones real quick, right? So we'll hit the 15 first. Not really seeing much on the 15. Just choppy mess right here. Nothing good, nothing good. Maybe this candle right here, but I have this area of interest. This gray level is also an area of resistance. I'm probably going to get rid of this because it's just making it too messy. And I'm going to let that key level hang out there. Along with these key levels over here. These were a super strong area. So I'm going to watch that. Bum, bum. I'm not seeing. So because we were choppy, guys, no valid supply or demands formed, and because of that, we're stuck in this quote unquote middle of nowhere looking range, right? So let's check out 90 minute. Do we have any type of supply or demand anywhere over here? 1 hour. Trying to see if we got a 1 hour or 2 hour up here or something, right? Because we want to know where our supply zones and demand zones are. So we have the 2 hour right here, but we already have that marked out. So today that might be a target, a potential price target, 446775 on futures on ES. So that's what I'm gonna be watching. Time is it? Let's check out Nasdaq real quick. See if Nasdaq has any supply or demand zones that formed. It looks like we do have this zone right here on Nasdaq, right? So that's a 1 hour. So let's mark out the rectangle itself. All right. Now we did break it momentarily, but I want to check it on the 5 minute when we broke it. And look, we broke it and we rejected. So now that's an area of interest I'll be watching to have my shorts ready on NASDAQ. I did want to see the 15 and 30 minute just in case there is some type of zone we missed. Nothing on the 30. 1 hour. We have this on the 1 hour right here. Let me just remove that. No, keep that there. No, delete that actually. That was broken. And we have right here, right? So we dropped, and then look, we have an engulfing candle right here. This body took care of this body, it covered it. So now I'm gonna mark this, the open to the bottom, open to the low, and I'm gonna stretch that out and throw a trend line and just call that my 1 hour. I just realized my music was playing. I hope YouTube was not picking it up because that would be a pain. All right, so I have my 1 hour demand zone that I'm going to be watching on NASDAQ, right? And obviously, we were bullish. You know, yesterday we had the sell off, but then bulls did come back in. So I will be watching for a demand play. It looks like. So I'm going to mark this 2 hour. Yesterday in the hangout, you know, we were going over this 2 hour zone. And I think I am going to mark it. I'm going to. I don't know if somebody's keep joining and leaving, but I'm keep hearing that Discord noise, and it is super annoying. It's like do 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 do
Yep.
do 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 do. You guys hear that too?
Same here, man. I can hear it every time. And I don't know if it's on your end or it's on mine, but every time somebody joins or something it makes that little sound. There it
There it
is.
is. All right, it'll calm down. I'd hope. So this 2 hour zone, I'm going to mark that out. And the reason for that is because it was a decent candle. It was a rally, a base, good bottom wick, right, showing buying pressure and rally. So I'm going to mark this out, price level, 2 hour, and make it green so I know it's a demand, even though it's under us, so it's clearly a demand. And that's what I'm going to be watching on ES. And we're probably there already, right? So now you got to think, right? What's retail doing on this short side? They're probably looking at this swing low, and it might be a liquidity grab because they don't know demands right here. So what I'm personally going to be watching, how deep, this is a big demand zone though, guys. This is about like over 10 points of a zone, so you can't really enter as soon as we get in unless you really are going with like micros and you're okay to have it go 10 points against you, which that's a fat risk versus reward, right? Unless we're really going for like 20 points, make it 2-1, that's hard to take that trade because 10 points of a stop, it's a wide stop, really giving it some wiggle room on that. Let's go into 5. Equities are looking strong off the bat. Tesla relatively strong. Gap and go on Tesla. Let's see if we got any gaps on ES, and how we would check that is by turning extended hours off. And now we're basically looking at the SPY chart because SPY doesn't have the pre-market moves. So we do have a gap to fill, right? From there to there. So I'm going to mark that out real quick. It's like there to there. And that'll be my potential gap fill play. How big is that gap? Looks like it's about 15 points, right? 10 points. Oh, and it's closing it. So what I'm probably going to do here, guys, is I might wait for the candle to close on the 5-minute, wait for the next one to open, wait for it to pull back, and then take it long inside this area of interest as long as this candle goes up and closes above these key levels. So that's what I'm looking for right now. And I added recently, guys, I added a new chart to my watch list, right? A new chart to my screen, and it's basically ES, but it's with a 15-minute, 30-minute, and then an hourly, 3-hour, whatever time frame I want to switch to. But that's because these hourly time frames are so important. They're so strong. If we could base our trades off the higher time frame, it'll keep us out of a lot of losing trades. Good push on this candle, guys. Wonder if we get that gap fill right away. Oh my goodness. Can't chase it now. We still got 2 minutes left in this 5-minute, right? And we know what a minute or two in a 5-minute candle could do. It could wick us. VIX is going weaker. What's YM doing? YM strong too, also helping with this bull run. Now, if we fill that gap, I'm going to be looking for a short around this key level right here, right? Unless we break it, right, go above. But honestly, I want this 5-minute to close really strong up here. So the next 5-minute that starts to sell off, while people might be shorting it, I'm going to be grabbing a long. And that way I can put my stop down here and let this trade run. You just need a good pullback on this. This one 5-minute candle alone looks like it just wants to keep going. Check out the 1-minute. I'm not that big of a 1-minute candle trader, but seeing how rapid this price action is, might have to be. Could maybe get a rally, base rally on the 1-minute, right? Oh man. See, part of me would want to buy it off of VWAP right there, but this is the 1-minute candles. I do not trade off the 1-minute. I trade off the 5-minute. So I'm going to have to stay patient. And also, we got to let the 5-minute close, guys. If I got long right here while it's pulling back, who's to say it's not going to pull back the whole candle? So I'm going to be patient. My plan originally was to wait for this to close strong above this key level. We're well above it. Now I'm waiting for the next candle to open in about 20 seconds, pull back, go long. That's what I'm going to look to take. As long as NASDAQ wants to stay strong too. Which it does look like it does want to. Morning, YouTube. How you guys doing today? All right, let's see if we get that pullback on this candle. Apple had a gap down this morning and is now pulling back. Does have a gap to fill upwards though. So again, I'm looking for a pullback, and if we could hold 4439.50, I'll grab it. But if we don't hold it and we just dump, I'm gonna wait and come up with another trade plan. Too strong, it's getting too strong. If we breach 4439.50, trade plan's out the window.
Order filled.
Oh, I got in a micro. Alright. Keeping a tight stop on that, right? Got in right here. Oh, and out. Oh, well, I didn't stop out. It did wick through. Being patient on this, right? Want to see how this closes. Want to see how this forms. Nah, stopping out
Order
of that.
filled.
No reason to be in that, right? So I'm going to be patient now. I'm going to wait. Although I still do believe we're going to go higher. I do think we fill this little gap right here. I'm going to be patient. Bid and ask. Let's check that out. Ask is getting a bit heavy, but bid, look at all these bigger numbers. Gotta see, gotta see. What's VIX doing? VIX making a higher low. Let's do inverse of VIX, right? So we're going to put a little negative in front of it. See if we could find any type of divergence. But I'm not seeing it. See, I'm glad I got out of that short, right? That long, right? Because we were getting a little wicky. We breached it, just like I said I didn't want us to do. But we will see, we will see. NQ weak. But that, damn, look at that go. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. What are you guys watching today? Hey, good morning, John. John over in YouTube said, good morning, good morning. Discord people like to say good morning to you guys all too. You know, I like to make it a little personable, you know what I'm saying? You guys are part of our community. You guys mean everything to us, so I appreciate you all. Alex Token, welcome. Andrea, hello, hello. See a few new people in here. Some I can't pronounce, but hello, I see you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, I mean welcome, like you're welcome to our group. Alright, there's that pullback and push up, guys. I am going to be looking for a long if we get one more pullback in between this area of interest. If not, I'll just be ready to scalp that next 5 minute, but I'm still going to be patient. NASDAQ pushing green after that dump. That's crazy. I wonder if ES wants to do the same thing, guys.
Order filled.
Let's see. Does ES want to move higher? Was entering on that pullback the right move? Come on, ES. You know you want to push green. Push it real good. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, alright. NASDAQ looking strong.
Order filled.
See if we want to go higher from here. See if we want to go higher. See if that was a fake out, right? Let's see. Bulls look to have control so far in this 5 minute. Got about 20 seconds left. Oh man. 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 3 seconds.
Order filled.
See if we get a big push up right here. See if we fill that gap. 4487 is my 4448 is my target. Need a big impulse move right here. All right, let's see. Looking weak. Not sure how I feel, but I don't know. Gotta let it play out. Gotta see what the market wants. Rally, base, potential rally right here. We love a solid push up right here, right? I'm in AES contract. NASDAQ getting a little weak here. How are equities doing? Meta's selling off pretty hard right now. Not a fan of that. So is Apple. I'm probably going to look to exit this position right here. Gotta see. I'm going to be patient, though. I'm going to be really patient, right? Because the market knows what we look at. Market knows what we watch for. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Come on, give us that big pump. You know you want to. Again, weak equities, that's tough. That's very tough. If we could pump past this previous candle, that'd be great. It looks like we're getting weak, right? So I don't know. I'd be careful. Your entry should have been when this candle closed. See, we're sort of getting weak, but we still got about 2 minutes in this 5 minutes. So again, it could wick, it could do whatever it wants. It could pump. Just got to be careful in this market right now. NASDAQ could pump up, but why is ES not following, right? We gotta, that's worrisome. Oh man.
Order filled.
Oof, that's tough. That's tough. Yep, looking weaker now, guys. I don't know, man. That's we're in a zone right here. We're in a range right here. Don't touch it. No good.
Order filled.
Let's see, guys. Tough market, tough market. Don't get too heavy in a chop like this, right? Gotta be patient. Bid and ask. Bid looking okay. Ask trying to get heavy too. I did want that gap to fill, but it's looking choppy before we fill it. Not a fan of that. Got about 20 seconds left in this 5 minute, guys. Anyone have a problem with YouTube being blurry? Uh-oh, I hope YouTube's not blurry. YouTube, are you guys blurry over there? You good? Alright, cool. John, let me know, I'll try to mess around with some settings here, see if that changes anything. Come on, give us that pump. There we go. That weak pump, jeez Louise. Probably gonna look for another little pump and might exit this right here. Buyers hitting the tape. Just getting weak around VWAP right here, guys, right? Nasdaq's also seeming a little weak. Did want that gap to fill. Do want us to go higher. Got about 5 points on that. Be great if we just got like one strong pump up, right? One big pump. Big pump, big pump. Oh man, these pumps are getting faded, right? Pumps keep getting sold off. Oh. Remember, the market doesn't know what contracts we're in. The market doesn't know if we're green, if we're red. The market just knows what the market knows.
Order filled.
Right, I got out there. That was a good trade. That's crazy.
Order filled.
I'll try to scalp one more maybe. Put one more sell order just to exit this trade now.
Order filled.
Alright, just scalped another. Oh, is that a point? Scalped another point. Oh, we going to that target, aren't we? Gonna wait for a little bit of a pullback to re-enter. Not liking where Nasdaq is though. This area of interest was a strong area of interest before. Very wide range. Not taking any longs up here, Nasdaq. Bit of a rejection. Yep. No way, Jose. Not getting in it anymore. Gonna be patient for the next trade setup. Checking out what the 2-hour looks like. 3-hour, 90-minute. Damn, look at that. That's crazy. Oh, we're gonna get that gap fill. That gap fill target right here, guys. 444825, it looks like. Got to remember too, a lot of people are watching that gap. It's got a lot of eyes on it.
Order filled.
Gap fill complete. Target hit on that. And we do have strength. But we're at a key level, so be careful. See if we push through it. Hey, here we go.
Order filled.
Alright, I just got out. I just scalped another point on that. Good stuff, good stuff. Yo, the fills on Tradeovate are pretty crap. Now, guys, look, we have a resistance on NASDAQ and a key level on ES, so I'm probably not going to look to take any other trades until this 5-minute closes above it, and we retest over here and then go higher.
I've been thinking the same thing about Trade of 8, dude.
The fills are
So-
just horrible. Like, just so bad. It's like, if I'm looking at ES and I'm trying to enter here and I just hit buy market, it'll fill me like a point below it or a point above it, depending the direction I'm going. It'll just like fill your red. Getting that key level rejection. I'm going to be patient. Remember, the gap was filled. But we are very strong right here. Volume is telling us bulls are here. Extended hours tells us the gap was filled. Love those gap plays, guys. That's awesome. That's great. You know, rally, based. We got in some here. I know I scalped a little early, right? I got out before my target. Now I went against my own rule. Now remember, guys, when we try to set trades, we want to set and forget. We want to know where we're entering. We want to know where our stop loss is. And we want to know where our target is. And we could only exit that trade if it hits our target or if it hits our stop. I didn't follow that rule. If I did, I would have been up a lot more. But that's okay. I ain't gonna cry about it. If we learn from our not even mistakes, you know, it's a green learning lesson's better than a red lesson, right? Damn, look at that. So what I'm watching right here, guys, too, is you see how we did have this big gap here, and we had this bit of a range. So again, once we break this key level, that'll also be breaking the top of this range, and that's why I'm looking for a retest before we go higher. And remember, guys, I said this morning before we started that 4467 is definitely in play today. We could see that. NASDAQ strong, man, damn. Yo, do you C-Trader? Do you have join bid join ask on your thing too or no? Because I've just been doing market.
Yeah, I have it right underneath the buy market, sell market.
Gotcha.
I've never used it.
Yeah, no, I usually just do the market because market will fill you right away. But that's where those bad fills come from. And guys, if we fail to get above and hold above this, we're probably going to come back into this range, and maybe 4431 will be our target, right? Gotta be patient. Yeah, I wonder if there was somebody who joined last Friday, Sky Bear or something. He said he was going to join the Discord. I wonder if he ever did. I'm going to be looking. We got 30 seconds on this 5-minute, guys. Let's see if we hold down here for a sell-off, right? Or if we pump. I don't know. The last minute of 5 minutes usually very volatile. Same with the first minute, you know? Might look for a sell order up here. I don't know. Buyers have just been too strong. But that's a solid key level rejection. It's hard to play short. You know, we were so strong coming into this. Yeah, I don't know, man. Strong market. What are equities doing? Meta's bouncing off a key level. Nvidia's going higher. Relative strength on Nvidia. Apple just is almost filling its gap. Yeah, it's tough, guys. It's a tough area right here. See if we fail this high, this wick right here, right? Or if we want to stop hunt. Or if we just continue going higher.
Order filled.
Let's see if sellers start hitting the tape. I'd probably consider adding one contract, right? Make a starter position, right? Because if we make a starter position right here, we could have our stop loss super, super tight. Guys, don't forget VIX I have inversed, so it is supposed to be going with ES now. Normally we see it going against ES.
Order filled.
I'll get one more. Ooh. Yeah, Bull's got control of this right now, guys. Gotta be super careful. Trade lightly. NASDAQ trying to get some control with some bears. Tesla looks like it's ready to sell off. ES looks like it wants to make a high right here. Right? ES looks like it wants to hit that high. Be patient on this. Not seeing much strength with the bears right now. But let's see if we stop hunt. Let's see if we make another high and reject again. Alright, we're about to hit that high. Don't want to chase longs here, because you don't know if it's going to wick again. Still sort of in that range right here. This is tough. This is tough. Got to be patient. NASDAQ looks like it wants to go higher, but NASDAQs keep getting rejections before ES does. Alright, let's see. Not looking good for the bears right now, but bulls are also failing to hold higher. Got 25 seconds in this 5-minute, guys. What's the other time frames doing? Other time frames are very bullish. Don't want to fight the higher time frames. Oh, we're gonna go see that high right now? Oh boy. Let's see, NASDAQ. Let's see, NASDAQ. Bring us lower, NASDAQ. Tesla selling off right now. Tesla, big dump right there. Nvidia is also looking weak. Oh, but there's the retest of the key level I was looking at. So got to be careful. Exact retest to a tick right now. But the 5 hasn't closed, so we don't know yet. Oh, Nvidia wants higher.
Order filled.
Let's see if ES wants to go higher. Got the retest. Area of interest, next target. If we go higher. Alright, there's another wick higher and another rejection following immediately after, guys. That's something to be very, very, very aware of.
Order filled.
Bears look like they want to take control, but guys, bulls have been in control all morning, so it's hard to fight that trend. We're getting the retest now. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. It's hard to trade when there's no supply and demand, guys. There's no areas to enter and exit. Everything in the middle is just chop.
Order filled.
Bro, I'm keep meaning to hit exit and it's keep reversing me. Ugh.
Order filled.
We're gonna let this 5-minute close. Gotta be patient. See if we get a rally, a red basing, and a rally to follow. Came back into the area of the gap, right? Grabbed some liquidity. Now we're trying to push higher. Let's see if we get one more pump lower. Got 2 minutes in this 5-minute. Gotta be patient. Do you think it will test pre-market high with the market news? You know, it's funny, I didn't even realize we had news today. Probably should have. But yeah, we just did hit that pre-market high and we wicked it, right? So a little liquidity grab on that. Tesla's just super weak right here, guys. Show you what I'm looking at. Look at Tesla right here. But it's at the bottom right here, right? So it could hold support. Got about a minute and 10 seconds in this 5-minute. Damn, look at that. That's crazy. Pulls back right into the zone again. If it pulls us into the zone one more time before we go back up, I'll grab a couple longs. Oh, it doesn't even want to. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. 40 seconds. 40 seconds to prove me wrong or prove me right. NASDAQ strong. Come on, pull back. 448. 4448. Alright, let's see.
Order filled. Order filled.
See if it just wants to do another grab lower before it goes higher, or if this is the reversal near this key level. NASDAQ looking weak. Everything getting a little weak. There we go. Now let's see if we go higher. NASDAQ. There we go, NASDAQ. Remember, I'm looking for a rally, a base, and then a rally. NASDAQ right now is forming that rally base rally. Come on, ES. You know you want to follow. ES getting weaker than NASDAQ. Not a fan of that. Come on, ES. Pull up. Pull up. Yeah, trap those sellers. If we're looking at the 15-minute, 15 potential rally base rally. So if we let that close on the 15, we got about 7 minutes on that. But that would be if this 5-minute doesn't play out. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. NASDAQ getting a little weak. ES back in its little gap that it made pre-market. Oh. Let's see if it wants to hit stops, right? If it wants to stop hunt right here. Oh, guys, just so you know, the webinar this weekend for tomorrow, it's going to be based off of pivots and ranges. Kevin, could you do a webinar on how to use different time scales? Yes, absolutely. Good webinar suggestion. Very good. I don't like how weak NASDAQ is, but it's also not like the weakest, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still being patient on this trade. Also still watching that 15-minute. "15 minutes clean for a rally-based rally, guys." If it goes lower again, I might want to grab a long. Maybe. If it starts wicking back up again. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to take that as a liquidity grab.
Order filled.
And again, stop loss is super tight. Got 15 seconds in this 5-minute. I think this 5-minute starts red first and then pulls back up. Damn, son. NASDAQ looking weak. Yup, not a fan of that. Tesla looks like it wants to hold. Gotta see, guys, this is a tough area again. This is a bit of a pullback. If we're looking at the 15-minute, 15 could be a rally base and a rally again.
Order filled.
I'll show you guys what I'm looking at on the 15-minute. Right, so rally, base, rally. Nice, nice, nice. Got 4 minutes on the 15-minute, right? So I'm going to be patient. Because if I want the 15-minute to be a rally-based rally, it has to close red. Three minutes. We might dump a bit here, right? Because we could dump for a minute, then pump for a minute. Or just pump market, whatever you want to do. Just need it to close red. And if it doesn't close red and closes green and pushes higher, great. I won't complain. 2 minutes. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. NASDAQ looking good, I like it. Nice. Part of me wants to take a contract off here in case it does fail the rally base rally, but another part of me saying, no, we got a minute left, let's be patient. Got in a good entry, I got in a couple contracts down here. Could have let it do its thing. Let my winner run, right? We gotta let our winners win, let our losers stop out. Again, I want it to be red, so I wouldn't be surprised if this 5-minute pulls back again. 30 seconds. Remember too, we want it to be trapping sellers so it could give us fuel to the move higher. $15 seconds, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. Yeah, it just dumps on me. Nah, I like that rally-based rally on the 15. I think it might pull back first. Every candle needs its wick. Definitely gonna be patient. Now my stop would have to be at the previous 15-minute low. Because everything else within that is all chop. Nasdaq's weak. Weak in an area of interest. Definitely not a fan of that. Not a fan. Nope, nope. Oh, Jesus, guys. What the heck? Oh, man, oh, man. That's why we trade lately. Oh, see, my Lucy alert went off late, or else I would have got out of that sooner.
Order filled.
Holy moly. Dude.
Order filled. Order filled.
Jeez, what a reaction, guys. So I was fighting the trend, right? I wanted to go higher, but I was fighting this key level, right? This would have been a great key level for rejection. You know, NQ was in its area of interest. This is a tough market because there's no basic trend. There's no common trend. If we were trading, you know, a week ago when we were just bull trend, bull trend, bull trend, it'd just be so much easier. Whereas this is just bull trap, bull trap, bull trap. Very difficult. Trap City.
Order rejected.
That's what happens. Damn, that's crazy. See how NQ came into its area of interest and is holding it now. Damn. Just washed up all those sell orders. I gotta start watching equities more too, guys. Tesla's selling off. Drop, base, drop. That would have been the play right there. A Tesla option. It's Friday, isn't it? Yeah, oh my goodness. 0 days on Tesla, guys, would have been crazy. Let's take a look. Tesla. What is Tesla? Today's date, July. Do this one, but then we'll do 07. We'll do put, and we'll do the the 275, right? Let's say we did have the 275. That was the one down here. Contracts went from 49 up to 56. But if you got in on that basing, went from 80 to 160. Let's see if we got a little more out of the money, how that would have played out. Went from like 20s to 50s. That's pretty cool. Oh, hold up. That's bad. Right, went from about 30 highs of 75, 100% on that trade. Damn. Not even a liquidity grab, that's a liquidity sweep right there. That's how many points of a wick? At least 5. 5-point wick. That's crazy, guys. Imagine all the people who were shorting this on the way down that got trapped. Or imagine the people who were long, right? Me, I was long, and this stopped me out, and then it started coming back up. So it's like, oh, well, then do I chase? No, I stopped out. I can't take any more trades. NASDAQ at the area of interest. ES 30-minute rally. Again, base potentially. Got to let it close. Because if it doesn't close like that, we could be looking at the hourly or the 2-hour. And this could be a base for a drop. So it's a tricky market. If you didn't get that gap fill play in the morning, which was a great trade, it's just tough. It's just very tough to take this. Back at VWAP on ES, see if that's going to be the area of interest to hold, versus NASDAQ has this area of interest to hold. Again, sellers have been strong, sellers have been present, has been pretty difficult. You guys got any questions or anything? You want me to go over anything? The 1 hour too, guys, could be, if it closes at 11 with a small body and a long wick on the bottom, that could be the rally, the basing, and then a rally. It could be the start of a demand zone. What's the range on SPY right now? It's an okay range. And it's hard to go short, right? Because also we don't have much of a supply up here to reject. We have this key level, but we don't really, the next supply zone we have would be up here. That's a 2 hour, all the way up here. So very difficult. I wouldn't be surprised if we grab some liquidity, we chop around a little bit down here, and then get the pump around 11:30, right? Because the market knows most retail traders are trading in the morning session. So if they could trick retail out and fake out as many people as they can and grab as much liquidity as it can, that helps institution traders to fill their orders, to go higher, to move the market. We don't move the market, institution moves the market. But institutional traders trick us. They take our money, but the institutional traders don't move the market in a sense of, oh, it's going to move to our stop loss. They know where our stop losses is. The institutions don't know. The market knows. The market knows where stops are, where swing lows are. Like, check out, this was a where's pre-market low? That's pre-market low at 9, but midnight session low, this is 3:45. This low was taken out, and then it wicked, taken out again, and then it wicked. That's a great trading strategy, is to look for these types of liquidity grabs. A liquidity grab is when we go to a recent swing high or a recent swing low and we wick below it and pull back up. That's a liquidity grab because there's retail traders going short at the lows, and there's also retail traders with their stops at the lows. So by hitting below that, it triggers all of those signals, it triggers all of those alerts, all of those stops, and it fills so much liquidity that institutions were waiting for to push us higher. Tell you guys what, I might start trading on the 15-minute, not even the 5. Let's see. What do you guys prefer, 15-minute or 5-minute?
Man, I don't know enough about it to make a decision.
Alright. This was a good 15-minute demand zone right here on NASDAQ I should have been aware of. Because, again, guys, if we're able to find a 15-minute on NASDAQ where there's no demand zone on ES, and NASDAQ does want to hold that demand zone, well, then ES is also most likely going to follow suit. So let's do this. Right, so look, we had a double bottom in NASDAQ at that 15-minute demand zone. That was also where ES did its little liquidity sweep. Oh, that's divergence too, guys. Look at that, right? So NASDAQ, ES created a lower low. NASDAQ created a higher low. That was divergence inside a demand. That would have been a fantastic entry long on either NASDAQ or ES, right? Let's see. I want to see how many points that was on NASDAQ. Even if you target here, 58 points. The highs it went to about 80 points. So not the best move, but it's still better than, you know, a 50 point or 40 point, and even 40 points is a good move on NASDAQ. A 40-point move on NASDAQ is $1 move on QQQ, estimated. It's not exact, but about. Just like a 10-point move on ES is $1 move on SPY. Definitely weak around here. Weak. Let's see what time frames to check out. Maybe I'll keep this one on the 5-minute and this one on the 5-minute. Take off level 2. That a bit. Trying to figure out a good chart situation, right? That looks clean for you guys, looks clean for me, and something that's useful for everybody. Because I know a lot of you guys will probably like the 5-minute. Some of you might not. I know most of you probably do. I know some of you don't even like the time and sales on here, but I personally do need that, so I'm going to keep that on there for myself. But, I wish these charts linked up like TradingView does. That's really cool when it does that. Alright, good enough. Right, so if I did that like that, and did this on the 15, turn volume off, turn time and sales off, turn chart off. Alright guys, this is how we'll trade now. No more charts, just time and sales. It's all that matters. Oh, it's crazy. Some people do that.
You've got to be kidding me, right?
No, what do you mean? We're just gonna look at numbers and just price and action all day. No, I'm just kidding, of course. This chart
Scared me there, Kevin.
this
Scared me.
chart tells you what time and sales tells you. It tells you what level 2 tells you. If you know how to read the wicks as weakness, read the wicks as weakness, read price action. Price action reflects how level 2 and time and sales have been. Got to remember though, with level 2, a lot of these passive orders could be bluff orders, and the institutions could pull these orders.
Hold on, wait a minute. That's a good point, actually. So time in sales is what the candles represent.
Yes and no. Time and sales represents the orders the order flow, the orders that actually processed. So
Sorry, not the candles then, but the volume chart.
yeah, in a way. I mean, so because mine is time and sales equal to 3 or higher, it's not going to show every order, but if you did show all sizes, yeah, and if you counted 1 plus 3 plus 2, and that would hit the volume that we're looking at.
No, it's too complicated for me. I'm going to tune out of that.
How I use it is I use the level 2 with time and sales, because what happens with level 2 is, like I was saying, level 2 tells you if bid is heavier, then buyers are active. If ask is heavier, sellers are active. So with that being said, these passive orders down here, you see where it's like 44, 40, 75, we're not there yet, but there's still orders. These are passive buy orders, passive sell orders. They could pull all of these orders right before market gets there, and they could keep the bid looking like it's heavy until we get there, and then they could pull all their passive orders to trick retail. Whereas the time and sales, these are orders that actually went through. So they went through the level 2 first, they got purchased or sold, then they hit the time and sales. So that's how you would use that time. And if anything, you would use time and sales and not the level 2, for the sheer fact of level 2 could potentially be a fake out indicator, right? But all in all, price action is king. Or queen. Price action's got the throne. There we go.
Don't have to be gender neutral. We'll stick with-
Nasdaq coming down. Yeah, right. Damn, look at that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start trading just like with the charts set up like this. Let me time and sales size of 3, and then turn time and sales off on this one. Also turn VWAP off on this one, because this will be my higher time frame and this will be my lower time frame. Nasdaq back at that 15-minute demand zone. Damn. Yeah, sellers ain't playing around right now. But when in doubt, zoom out. Let's see. Alright, Nasdaq now breaching the bottom of that demand zone. Tesla also selling off hard. Oh, that contract we were looking at before, that was at 60, is now at 103. Look right here, right? We were looking at it. We said we could have entered on this basing at 30. Then it hit like 70. Then it came back again to about 40. Now it's sitting at 105, 108. Look at this, Amazon too, a hardy sell-off. Meta is holding this key level. I'm gonna gold this level out. Microsoft's also big sell-off. YouTube, if you guys got any chart recommendations or any questions, please feel free to drop a comment, and I got you. I'm keeping an eye on that, too. And Discord, just so you guys know, when I wrap this up around 11, Jeremy's probably still going to have his stream up, and he's up in the hangout room right now. Alright, look, we came back to the top of this 15-minute demand. I think we fail it and go lower. That's what's been happening, is we've been wicking the bottom of demands, we come back higher, and then we fail it. But, yes, back in this area of interest again. I took the what's it called? The rectangle away from this area of interest, because I didn't think it would sustain value, but it actually is. I just hate having so many areas up, guys. It just makes it so choppy. It sways your bias. It's like, do I buy? Do I sell? Is it supply? Is it demand? It's neither. It's an area of interest. It's like, but that's what the market does. We got to learn to control our emotions and control what we're doing. Make that blue. You could have 1,000 trend lines, you could have 2 trend lines, you could have 4 trend lines, whatever. Whatever works for you. You gotta find, in this trading in the stock market, guys, you have to find what works for you. You could learn from me, you could learn from Jeremy, you could learn from anybody. But you pick apart what you learn from these other traders, and you add it to your own style, and you find what works for you. You know, like if I trade supply and demand, but right now, you know, we're like in the middle of nowhere and whatever, then I might want to switch that and trade support and resistance or areas of interest. Again, I was faked out up here. I was under the impression that the 5-minute, the 15-minute was going to be a rally. Had a good rally, right? We had no low wick, little wick up here, a basing, so I entered right around here, but then what happened the next candle? Dump, and that's where we're at right now, rejecting that area of interest. That's tough. Damn, look at the 5-minute, guys, that's insane. Gotta write some rules for myself, right? So everybody, guys, I always say this every day. Whether you're a profitable trader for a day, a profitable trader for 10 years, whether you're brand new, been trading for years and still not profitable, every day should be a learning experience. Every day should be putting in that extra effort, that extra time to write a new rule down, to go over your trade reviews, to go over what you did right, what you did wrong, what you could have done to do it right, and just things like that. And you know, and when we do review trades and stuff like that, it gives us the opportunity to go back in the market and say, okay, well, I got long because X, Y, and Z, but it looks like shorts played out because A, B, and C. Well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to crumple that up and throw it out, because that didn't work at all for me, right? We were at a key level. I tried to go long based off of the candle closing up here, and it was a rally, a potential basing, and a rally. But what happened? It dumped on me. I also went a little heavy in size, so, you know, it was a bit of a tougher loss. Again, it is what it is. I like staying transparent with you guys. I'm not going to have winners every day. Most days, yes. Every day? No trader is ever going to tell you, oh, dude, yo, join my group and take my call outs, and you'll have winners every single trade, get 100% win rate, even 90% win rate, guys. That's even a little sketchy. But some people...
thank you, Kevin.
For
Thank
sure.
you.
Absolutely.
So what was that rule that you decided to write for yourself today then?
I see. I don't know if I've come up with it yet. I think the rule that I'm gonna come up with today for myself would be not to fight key levels. To know that my key levels work as key areas, and if we do look like we want to go higher from there, remember we have this key level. Because also this key level, retail traders don't have this key level here. This is a key level that I personally plotted there because in the past it's been a strong level. Let's see. where we at? This level right here, right? So held area of consolidation, broke it. It was a support, and then recently we were using it as a resistance. So I should have taken note that this was a support or resistance level, and instead of going long on the break, because remember guys, I always say breakout traders, that's very difficult. Breakouts rarely continue because they would much rather grab liquidity than give us a breakout. So my new rule is going to be to not fight the trend, not fight. You know what it is? It's not even not fight the trend, because the morning trend today was a clear bull trend, but we also filled the gap and had an area of resistance. So that should have been 2 reasons for me to go short. Again, I didn't take it. I ended up going long, thinking we were going to go higher. Did not happen. It is what it is. You know, we got to take it with a grain of salt. Write down in your journal, write down in your notes, write a new sticky note. Let the candle close. Let this happen. Let that happen. Look at the 15-minute. Look at the 30-minute. If you're in a losing trade, cut your losses and then wait 10 minutes to re-enter, right? Because right after a losing trade, a lot of times our psychological will interfere, and we could end up we could just end up revenge trading, right? So let's say I did go long, right? So I went long over here. I'll do the 15-minute again. I went long over here, and it starts dumping. I stop out, and then I sell here, right? Now that would have been great if I scalped and got out, but if I was selling on this wick to go lower with this area of interest coming up, and I was like, no, it's going to go lower, it failed highs. Well, no, this area of interest would have been a better area to go long, because now this area of interest is acting as a support, whereas this key level was a resistance. You see how this key level and this support gave us our range for today? Not exactly, right? We went over the key level a bit, and we went under the area of interest a bit, but it still gave us our potential range. So you would sell at the highs and buy at the lows. Today I made a bit of a mistake, and that's alright. Things happen.
But basically, you'll go back tonight and journal this, and then come up with your rule. Then, yeah.
Absolutely. The rule's going to be based around not fighting support and resistance. And the reason why you don't fight support and resistance, as much as we weren't fighting the trend, is that it's a support and resistance. It's a key level for a reason, you know. Good morning, everyone. Have a great trading day. Good morning, the Greek options trader. Welcome to our YouTube stream. Hello. We are live on YouTube and Discord to our community. Just want to say hello and welcome. Appreciate you joining our stream. Just watching some futures right now. Now, NASDAQ back in this area of interest. Now, NASDAQ, I'm looking at, we got a demand, we got the supply, and now we have an area of interest. It's a lot of things stopping us. Just found the channel. Well, welcome, bro. I appreciate you you tuning in. We do this, just so you know, we do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday for free on YouTube, and we have a whole Discord community, and we actually have a perfect display in the background while watching. Yeah, dude, it's awesome. Again, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we do this for free on YouTube, and if you join us and become a member, we do this every day for you guys on Discord, and we actually have another teacher as well. That's Bullishbrs Jeremy, and he teaches his own style. He's more of a scalper, and I'm more of a day trader, whereas, like, I trade supply and demand, and he does his, like, he does really cool stuff. He does, like, the GAN lines and stuff. I wonder how that would have worked here. I have no idea. I don't know how to use those. I'm not going to lie to you guys and be like, oh, well, this is how you plot it. I don't use GAN fans, right? That's what it's called. Oh, well, I guess if I plotted it on the 5-minute, right, that would have been cool. Because look, this one played out. But you also got to remember, guys, everything in the stock market looks like it works until it doesn't. Ride the 9 works until it doesn't. Buying at VWAP works until it doesn't. Everything works, just not everything works 100%. I strictly trade supply and demand only. Oh, dude, that's awesome, bro. Yeah, we're like mainly trying to base around supply and demand. That's what I've been teaching to the community here. It's definitely a great strategy. Right, so now we're in the middle of nowhere. We're near this key level, which is key level should have been an area to short. We're at this area of interest. Area of interest would have been an area to go long. Now we have again, our range right here. So if we're in the middle of nowhere, don't take any trades. Wait till we come back here. Wait till we come back there. If you did enter a trade here, you could have a couple targets, right? You could have your first take profit 1 be at VWAP and take profit 2 be at the key level. Watch list. Guys, just give me half a second. I just want to post a chart up to the up to our social medias and to our watch lists. And guys, don't forget we had that divergence this morning too. I'm only mentioning this again because a few more people did join on the YouTube. But we had, oh, it looks like we had other divergence here too. Look at this. NASDAQ created a lower low. ES created a higher low. That's divergence right there. That divergence would have been another confirmation to go long in this area of interest or in this demand zone. Greek options trader, I'm putting you up on the up on here real quick. So my friend, we speak the same words. I've never heard anyone speak about levels and price the way I do. I'm so glad I found this channel, dude. That's awesome. I'm super hyped to hear that. That's great. That's really, really great. Supply and demand, guys. It's awesome. It's really good stuff. Coming up to VWAP in area of interest on NASDAQ, so I would assume there's going to be some pullback once we get here. Got to remember too, VWAP is an area of retail traders where they could look to enter short or look to enter long on a break. So if we get a break for a moment, we could pull back, right? A stop hunt.
Hello, everyone.
Hey! Who is that?
Thomas,
Hey!
aka.
What's going on, Thomas?
All good.
I thought it was you.
Yeah, I try to chip in when I have time, and I'm happy that I had some time left in the day.
Yeah, I know. I thought you were taking today off.
Yeah, I thought so too, but
Can't stay away from the trades, man.
let's have a look. Let's have a look if there's like a perfect setup. Let's see.
Yeah, it's tough right here. I was just telling everybody else too. It's tough because we're stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? We're stuck between a key level and an area of interest. So, gotta be careful. I know earlier I took this along, you know, I stopped out over here. It is what it is. Should have shorted the key level. Again, guys, not everybody's going to trade 100%. And if they tell you they do, they're lying. Sometimes, I'll tell you what though, sometimes scalpers do have high win percentages, like 70 or 80%. But you got to remember, scalpers, that's what they're doing. They're scalping. And they have most of the time, poor risk to reward because they're scalping. They don't really have an exact stop. So they could be trading on the 1 minute, right? And let's see. Trade on the 1 minute, right? And let's say they wanted to scalp, right? They see a bunch of bull candles. You got to, if you're trading on the 1 minute, you got to enter and exit on the 1 minute. You want to be in and out, just like that. Just like if you're trading on the 5 minute, in and out. Personally, me, I don't like the 1 minute at all. Too many false signals. But listen, some people use it and it works for some people. You could look for maybe just candles like this where it's got a lot of bullish pressure on the bottom, and then scalp the next 1 minute candle for a point maybe, and that'd be great. That would work for you. You know, once you get consistent with any strategy that fits your trading style, all it takes is 1, consistency, and then 2, all it takes is adding contracts, because once you start adding contracts, then you start seeing more of a return. But you got to get that consistency first, guys. If you're just adding contracts for the sake of adding contracts, it's going to be tough. The fees eat up my profits when I'm scalping a lot. Yeah, dude, scalps. When you're scalping, the fees definitely add up quick. Because then you're like, look, you're in, out, in, out, in, out. Whereas if you were like looking on a higher time frame, right, like a 5 minute, you could maybe enter here and then exit, you know, first take profit again, maybe VWAP 43, so 3 points, But I mean, you would be getting 3 points in one trade versus getting 3 points in like 5 separate trades. Which again, as you mentioned, it eats it up. The fees eat it up. The commission fees and all that. Greek option trader. I win a little less than 40% of my trades. The key is odds. I take 3 to 1 or more on trades and never risk more than 3% at a time. Dude, that's awesome. Greek option trader. I hope you don't mention. I'm going to read this out loud to the Discord too. That's really great. I'm going to pull it up over here as well. He said, I win a little less than 40% of my trades. The key is odds. I take 3 to 1 or more on my trades and never risk more than 3% at a time. That's huge, guys. Huge, huge, huge. Huge on portfolio management, huge on risk management. Because again, if he's winning 40% of his trades, but he has a 3 to 1 risk reward, when you win $300 and lose $100, you could have 40%. You could probably even have a 30% risk win rate and still be profitable because your winners are so much stronger than your losers. And that's something that it sounds easy, but it's definitely easier said than done, and it requires a lot of patience, a lot of discipline, and it pays out, guys. It pans out. It works well to our advantage. As traders, we have to remember we're going up against some of the smartest people in the world, right? I'm talking about institutional traders, all these big firm traders, the smartest people in the world, and we expect to make money off of them. Now, if trading is a I win and you lose situation where somebody has to be selling when I'm buying and vice versa and all that, and of course you get technical, well, what if the person that was buying when you sold was getting out of a contract and didn't lose? Sure, whatever, technicality me all you want. But you get what I'm saying. We are going up against some of the smartest brains, smartest people, smartest traders ever. Talking about 20 years, 30 years experience, doing this constantly, doing it consistently. They had mentors, they're in these firms, they have other traders with them. What do we have? We have ourselves. We have our resources, which for you guys would be the Bullishbrs community, and of course everybody else too. We have YouTube, we have online, we have endless opportunities. If this was 20 years ago and we were all trying to learn to trade, we would be in such a different boat. Dakota, you got a hot mic. Dakota. Thomas. Thank you. But yeah, we're going against some of the smartest people, and we got to also throw that on top of most traders are failing, right? Most retail traders fail. Now now comes the odds, right? The odds are stacked against us. So what do we have to do? We have to do what retail won't do, which is journal, which is be patient. Don't take every trade that looks like it should be a trade. Patience is key. Discipline is key. You just have to be patient, sit on your hands, hypothetical, literal. If you literally have to sit on your hands so you don't place a trade, do that. Do whatever you gotta do. You remember a few years ago there were those fidget spinners? Get a fidget spinner. Do whatever you gotta do to stay focused. Play a little music. Something to keep your mind distracted, to not feel the need to take a trade. And when we trade supply and demand, Yo, Thomas, bro, you got a hot mic. I'm gonna mute you in a second. Oh,
Bonjour Laurie, Thomas Moulet à l'appareil. Je
Thomas.
crois que j'ai un appel
Oh my
raté de
God.
votre part. N'hésitez pas à me rappeler si vous voulez
Guys, give me
encore
one
discuter de
sec,
quelque
because
chose.
I don't
Merci
know
beaucoup.
why I can't mute him, but he's got a hot mic. Ah, there it goes. Thank you.
Sorry, man.
That's
So
okay.
sorry.
That's alright. I lost my train of thought. Oh, yes, supply and demand, guys. So when we trade supply and demand, and we look at ES and NQ and things like that, it gives us that extra opportunity to be patient because we know where we want to enter, and that's huge. Retail traders, they don't know what price they want to enter at. They don't know what area they want to enter at. They're entering because the 9 moving average crossed over the 20 moving average, or the 8 moving average crossed over VWAP. You know, and listen, again, everything in trading works until it doesn't, and everything works to a point. Now you could trade that strategy, a ride the 9 or 9 over the 20, 8 over the 20, however you want to do it. I know I used to do the 5 EMA over the 9 EMA because that was super tight and would give signals with quick strength. But listen, guys, do what works for you. Moving averages are great. They are lagging. RSI is great. Lagging. MACD, great. Lagging. All these things are lagging except supply and demand. Now you might say, oh, well, it's sort of lagging because to find a supply zone or demand zone, you have to let it form and then you have to have the rally. Okay, but you could be trading that rally. You could take that rally. And there's going to be other zones waiting for you from the past. We're not creating brand new zones and the market just opened yesterday. The market's been open for years on years on years. There's plenty of history to go back to find valid key levels, to find valid supply and demand, and we have to take advantage of that. How do you think the payroll announcement played out today? John, that's a good question. I think that was at like what, 10? I don't think, yeah, when that happened, we didn't have much volatility in the market. Did not move the market the way that most news does. I know yesterday was pretty valid of news, and that's because yesterday's news was job reports, and the job reports were bullish, which you would think would be bullish towards the stock market, but it was actually bearish, excuse me, because a good job report means we could, it means they're going to up the interest rates on houses, right? So now if they're going to up the interest rates a bit, that's bearish on the market. Take the rally up to the supply zone and then wait to get in on the new demand. Yeah, exactly. Greek options traders, he's going off of what I just said before about how, like, oh, well, supply and demand's delayed. No, he mentioned, if there's a supply, if we're creating a demand zone and you're not sure, you could enter and then target the next supply, because when we create that zone, we have, oh my goodness. Here's some scalps for us, guys. Jeremy the quick scalper. That's crazy. That's something. But listen, guys, again, everything works differently for everybody. You gotta find something that works for you and play with it, mess with it, create your trading strategy around it, create your plans, your rules around it. Supply and demand, huge trading strategy. Millions of people use it, but I can almost guarantee that there are no two perfectly identical traders. But in a sense, I'll sort of take that back, right? So if somebody was trading with a mentor or something like that, they could be very identical, but those two people aren't the same people. And because we all have different brain chemistry and different things going on in our lives that could affect us, we have to be patient. We have to be who we are. I'm Kevin. Alex Token is Alex. There's an Andrea in here. C Traders in here. We could all be trading supply and demand, but we could all be trading it differently. I could maybe only want to trade on the 15-minute, and you guys might only want to trade on the 1 minute. I might only want to trade on the 5-minute, and you guys might only want to trade on the 30-minute. So on and so on. I don't like zones that are less than 30 minutes. Every now and then I will go for a 15 in case we're in a choppy market like this. But with that being said, most of my better zones are on the higher time frame. Whereas somebody else might say, oh, well, I really like the 15-minute zones. They give me really fast entries for scalps. That's great too. There's so many ways around trading, and there's so many ways to trade right and trade wrong. It's all about discipline, experience, and journaling. Guys, journal. Because once you start journaling, you could go back and you could see things that work for you and see things that don't work for you. Then you're able to cut things out. When you see things that don't work for you, you're able to then say, okay, this doesn't work for you. My rule is going to be I can't take this trade, or my rule is going to be I got to let the 5-minute close, I got to let the candles close, something along those lines, right? I'm a mix of two really good traders that taught me after the 2008 collapse. That's dope, man. That's cool. Oh, so you've been trading for a while? That's really cool. All right, let's see. Hey, welcome YouTube. I see a few more people just tuned in. Just want to say hello. You guys got any questions or chart recommendations? Definitely let us know. Right now we're looking at ES, which looks like it does want to hold bullish, coming back up to its key level though. And got to remember now, NASDAQ also looking a bit weak here, but NASDAQ has that potential rally, base, rally if it continues. But that's what we were looking for earlier, right? NASDAQ rally, base, and then it failed. So let's see if it does it again. Rally, base, and fail again. Let's see though. Need that volume to come in. But again, ES near this key level, ES might want to make a lower high right here. It's tough. If you're getting in a trade here, you should not be getting in a trade here. You should have entered either at the area of interest or near VWAP, right? Because when you enter near VWAP, you're able to give yourself a stop loss at the area of interest and a target at the key level. Rally, base, rally, and rally, base, drop are always fresh levels on the supply and demand technique. Yeah, same here. Love rally, base, rallies, and rally, base, drops and stuff. Those are huge. Alright, NASDAQ looks like it does want to form that. Now remember, when you look at a rally, a base, and a rally, you would want to enter when this candle closes. So you would get your entry right here. And you would put your stop loss at the low of this candle. And your target would be wherever, you know, maybe key level 15283. But we do have to take into consideration we're coming up near this key level again on ES. But we do have to remember we were near this key level, we broke this key level, and we were around it for a while. So if we were around a level for a little bit, it's going to be dragging the liquidity out of it. So the next time we come up to it, it's not going to be as strong, and there's a higher chance of us breaking through it. So now target would have been hit, right? If we took longs right in this area of interest and targeted the key level, so we would have hit the VWAP target and the key level target. That would have been a, let's check it out. That is 9.25. Stop loss about 3.25. So almost a 3-to-1 risk reward. Definitely more than a 2-to-1, but that would have been a good risk reward trade on that. And again, guys, earlier I was mentioning if we go higher, 4458, I personally wanted to see 4467, but that was earlier this morning when we had that strength coming into the market, and I thought we could just, you know, rally, but did not get it, and we have to trade accordingly. We can only trade the reactions. We do not control the market, we control ourselves, and nobody controls our trades except ourselves. Don't forget, YouTube guys, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. I thought I heard a Discord noise. Somebody have a question?
I've got loads of questions, Kevin. I just hold on.
Victoria, you always got loads of questions. Now.
I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah,
keep them coming. They're good questions.
You know when you were saying then that you were going to put your stop loss an area of interest, obviously if it's rallying upwards, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it's an individual trade really, but you know when you put your stop loss there, right? Okay. How do you know that? How do you have trust in the area of interest? I mean, it could have been a previous trade. It could have been a previous supply or demand zone. You know, why would you put it there and not at the bottom of the wick into the area of interest?
Well, I would put it in the bottom of the area of interest because that's the zone I had marked out, and that's a zone that has worked for me in the past, right? So just like a demand zone, a demand or a supply zone are only valid if they stay within that zone. Once we break that zone, they're no longer valid. So once you enter in a zone, if that's a valid zone, you could confidently put your stop loss at the high or low of that zone and let the trade play out, because the only way it's going to be a successful trade is if we stay below or above that zone, right? So if this zone, if we did enter here or here, we could have put our stop here, but that's still above the bottom of the zone. We could have put our stop here at this previous low too. There's always different ways to plot your stop losses. I just personally, when I plot my stop losses in zones, I want them to be at the top of the zone or the bottom of the zone. So if it's a demand, I want my stop loss to be at the bottom. If it's a supply, I want my stop loss to be at the top. Because
All right, sorry, that was silly. I couldn't see it was in an upward trend. Now I get what you mean. Another question though, sorry.
no, keep them
You know,
coming.
you were saying, right, okay, that like supply and demand zones are the only leading indicators and most other indicators are lagging. How did you know that?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say supply and demand are leading. They're definitely not leading. And personally,
sorry.
no, that's okay. Personally, I don't believe there are any leading indicators in the market. Because you really got to think about it. If there were leading indicators, the amount of traders there would be no stock market. It wouldn't be able to hold itself up. Supply and demand just gives us the advantage of knowing where institutional traders were trading, where the large orders were trading, where institutions and these firms filled their orders and filled enough volume to pump us higher or to drop us lower. Because when we have that basing, let's see if I can find a good example. So like this 2 hour right here, we had the drop, we had a basing candle, but this is the top of that basing, and then a drop to continue. So now I'd be looking to short inside this zone, and this is a small zone too, right? This is only about 3.5 points, not even. So I would look to enter anywhere in this zone with a 3-point stop, and I would let it play out, right? I would enter lightly once I get in, right? Enter one contract when we get in, let it play around a bit, and then once I get the confirmation, the lower high off of the supply, then I could add more to my contracts and make a bigger trade on that, because now I have the confirmation. Whereas before, when I entered, if we break the zone, that zone is now no longer valid, and we just took the loss on the trade, but we were only in one contract, so it was nearly a paper cut.
Sorry, I must have misunderstood when you said that earlier. Thanks for clarifying.
No, for sure. Yeah, so the zones give us areas to enter and areas to stop, and then areas to also target. So that's why I love supply, demand, and support and resistance, because it gives us areas where we could go long, areas where we could go short, and areas that we could take our profit. It's not an indicator, it's price levels, it's volume, it's price, and volume and price move the market. I think I want to move this key level up to 4450 though. Let's see, what's the low of this candle? It's the high of this candle, it's the body of this candle. 4450, 4450. Yeah, I might want to move that. Let's check it out, let's keep going back. Where we at? Which key level am I looking at? 4448. This level right here, right? So I'm going to go back in time and not even see this level because we haven't been up here in so long. Let's see. So that's where I got the key level from. And if we extend it left, we could see that it did hold up pretty well. But I think I am going to move it up. Make it a whole number. Remember, guys, it's also a psychological number. 4450, right? 50, 100, anything with a 0 or a 5 or that is straight up, that is a psychological level. 4400 even, psychological. 4450, psychological. 4500, psychological, major psychological. Like, look, 4450 right up here, psychological level. But let's get back to today. Take a look at how that key level looks now. See if it does look better. Yeah, it does look better, right? So it's always about adjusting too, right? We want to adjust to the market conditions. We want to be adjusting our key levels if they aren't as valid. But when we find our key levels, we could keep them there because they have history, they have volume, and because they have that history and volume, they're going to continue to work out. Whether you want to use it as an area where you want to break, retest, and go higher, use it as an area to short, use it as an area to take profit, whatever you want to do with that key level, once you have that key level, you could use it to your advantage, along with other areas, area of interest, things like that. So this was a strong area of interest because it was right in this consolidation before we had this crazy rally up higher. Damn, it's 11:10 already. That's crazy. Oh, guys, don't forget, drop a follow for us on what's it called? Threads. You know, Instagram made that whole Threads account thing now. I'm probably gonna have us post our charts and stuff to Threads instead of Instagram. Yes, supply demand, key levels, and AOIs. Just give me a half a second, guys. I never ended up sending that the charts and the zones. All right, cool. All right, that is up. Appreciate you guys being patient on that. Now we're failing this key level, getting weak. NASDAQ still does want to push higher, but we do have this red area of interest. I believe this was a weekly supply zone. No, it was not. What was this? Probably a daily, maybe? And guys, TOS offers a lot. You can look at the 2-day chart, right? I don't do that, but you can look at a lot of stuff with TOS. This was a, maybe a 4-hour, a 6-hour. Oh, we're at the point where we can't go back anymore, right? So that's just an area of interest I'm watching on NASDAQ. I forgot about that. We went over that like a week ago, I think, where we were trying to find where I found this red area of interest, but because TOS for the hourly charts only goes back 360, we can't go back further to see that. We could if we go on demand to go back and look, but that's pretty glitchy and laggy and all that, so I'm gonna probably just keep that there. Remove trend line. 5 minute. I was sort of hoping we would have a bigger range and a nicer trend on today, guys, because again, this morning we were looking good. I was hoping for a rally, a base, and a rally, because if we did rally past this key level, that would open up next target 4458, which is another 8 points higher. But because we didn't, we're staying between this range, and that's what our supply, demand, support, and resistance does for us. It gives us our range to buy at the lows, sell at the highs. Alright, I'm probably going to wrap it up in just a moment. In probably like 5 minutes or so. Did you guys have any like last minute questions or anything? YouTube, I do appreciate if you hit that like button one more time. But anybody else, anybody on YouTube, Discord, any questions in general? Want to go over any charts before I go? Anything at all?
Not from my side. I'm also gonna leave. Thank you very much, Kevin. You rock like always.
Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate you for joining in.
Webinar the usual time, Kevin?
Yes, ma'am. 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. It's going to be, what did I say, pivots and ranges. And I'll also cover towards the end, so if anybody wants to stick around, I'm going to cover what liquidity grabs are and how we use those to our advantage. So that's,
Oh, I can't wait.
yeah, it's going to be a good one tomorrow. I'm excited. Do you guys prefer when I make like the slideshows and stuff, or do you prefer when I just like go off the top and have charts? I feel like the slideshows are a little bit better.
It helps to solidify what you're trying to explain with a slideshow.
That's what I thought. All right, cool beans. YouTube, just so you guys know too, the webinars are free on YouTube. It will be live on YouTube 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. We're going to be going over pivots and ranges. The Greek options trader, I appreciate you for tuning in today and for commenting. That's awesome. I hope to see you in the community soon. It's very cool that you trade supply and demand as well. That's awesome. Can someone share the links to webinars? Yeah, Kumar, I got you. It's I'm going to, we actually have a stream section, and I'm going to hashtag, where is it? Webinars. Should be under there. Alright, with that being said though, YouTube, I'm wrapping that up on your part. I'm going to finish up these last minute questions with our community. YouTube, have a great day, have a great weekend. I hope to see you guys at tomorrow's live. Alright, take care and happy trading.